So now we move to Dr. Guidal, and you are an amazing woman. I had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with you and hear about what you are up to. You are an intuitive healer, a therapist, a spiritual teacher. Tell us a little bit about your first impressions from meeting Dr. Pillai. Well, hold on one second. It looks like you're muted. Let us fix that.
Is that better?
Yes, you're good.
Can you hear me? Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for the lovely introduction. It's an honor to be here. Excuse me. My first impression of Dr. Pillai is listening to Pedro speak. Similar in that it's so wonderful to have someone be able to teach so much ancient wisdom and science and bring all of that in a way that people can understand. My life journey has been to seek consciousness and soul healing, because as a child I would see things and experience things I never really understood. So it's been this journey with masters and going around the world, not in the same way that Pedro did, but in my own way, seeking what is truth. And my professional life is an emergence of that seeking. And there I am one day in the presence of Dr. Pillai. My dearest friends took me to a seminar, and I walk in, and here is this man teaching. And from my capacity to see, which I understood in that moment was very limited, so much was happening. There was healing, there was energy, there were beings, there was spirit, there was blessings, there was love, compassion, so much occurring on many levels. And I knew that this was just the beginning of so much more that could be possible. So it opened and expanded me in a great way.
And speaking of experiences,
yes.
You had an experience in Mount Shasta.
I did. You were actually there, but you didn't know this happened until later. Dr. Pillai was giving an initiation, and when it was my turn, we were in the pyramid, it was dark. And so much, of course, that he always brings with the love and the healing that he brings to the table. When it was my turn, there was an immediate sensing in color and an emotional experience and other words that we don't have. My unfinished business, if you will, the traps, the closed doors, the hooks that kept me in the same patterns, the pain that comes with that. And simultaneously, there was this experience of joy, bliss, light, singing, dancing, colors, possibility. And there was this what was, what is, what will be, all occurring at the same time for me. And when we left the pyramid, I remember asking you how long were we in there, and you were like an hour and a half, and I would have sworn it was 5 minutes because it was so engulfing for me. So this journey has been unfolding for me since the beginning.
Yeah, and we're going to talk more about your journey. So recently you were in India.
Yes.
So what happened there, and how has that impacted you now? That was not long ago, maybe a month or two ago.
No, that's right. This is quite the journey talk today, isn't it? India was powerful. You know, you always hear that when people go to India, they come back changed. I'm no different than that. Being an educator, a therapist, a scientist, and an intuitive healer, I bring all of who I am to my work. Well, in any healing profession, we can only see as far as we can see until we can see more. So when I came back from India, I joke that that first week I kept tripping over myself. The energy that was coming through me was so powerful, the insight so strong, and they were coming from a place they hadn't come from before. So I was literally physically losing my balance. But what happened from that is I'm clearer, I'm more focused, I'm more awake. Some of those hooks and knobs and things that I saw on Mount Shasta, they're gone. So now I have a deeper clarity. So the people that I work with, they're experiencing the light through me in a way that's palpable. Like they can talk about it now, whereas before I would have to teach them and show them how to see it. They're experiencing calm, comfort, healing, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's been very powerful. Still trying to wrap my mind around it.
Yeah, thank you. And since we're talking about this is the segment on religions and how light is featured in many different areas of religious life. I know you have a connection with Mother Mary. Is that right?
I do. I do. I've had the privilege many times to be in what's considered her last home. It's an amazing power spot. And again, when I was a young child, and feeling her presence. You know, we have so many theoretical constructs for words like unconditional love and comfort and connection and how that can heal us immunologically. Now we have science to back it up. And Mary, she is that. There's this embodiment of love that comes from heart outside that isn't the word. It is that moment that baby touches mother's breasts, heart to heart, that bliss, that connection. It's comfort, it's peace, it's trust. She is that and can bring that to all of us. And that is like my aspiration in life, to bring that forth, to feel that every day, to bring that forth, not just talk about it, which I love to do, but also be that. But what I've discovered is that strength and courage and success comes from that place. We don't come to that place from strength and courage. Strength and courage comes from that space of love that Mary embodies, that sense of mother that lives within all of us.
And you both certainly embody that sense of love and courage and strength. I could spend all day with you. We do have to move on to our next segment, but thank you so much for being here, for sharing with us.